I hate to hear talk about all women as if they were fine ladies instead of rational creatures. None of us want to be in calm waters all our lives. This quote by Jane Austen revokes a belief which is embedded in the society today, and women like Karina Bhasin are breaking the shackles of society today through her driven and enduring efforts that have shaped what we know today as the even cargo. I welcome you all to today's Pinkish show organized by the Pinkish Foundation on the topic of women delivery associates, women with wings. And I'm really thankful to you, ma'am, to be bestowing us with your presence here today. It is indeed an honor.
Thank
Our
you, Charu.
today's
Thank you.
Our today's guest is Miss Karina Bhasin. She is an intersectional feminist leader, passionately working towards enabling socio-economic inclusion with equality and justice of the marginalized communities of India to promote and sustain peace and harmony. And she is the COO and founding member of Even Cargo, which is India's first only women driven e commerce logistics last mile delivery company, a social enterprise committed to creating equal livelihood opportunities with dignity for women in logistics, in training, and employing women from low income communities as delivery agents. And before starting the session, I'd like to tell the audience, जैसे कि आप सभी जानते हैं, we have a winner round at the end where we will be giving away prizes. One of them would be chosen by Karina ma'am on the basis of the question that she likes the most, और दूसरा प्राइज लकी ड्रॉ के थ्रू आपका होगा. So please stay tuned till the end and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pinkish Foundation. Like and subscribe as well, and go through all the other sessions as well. So, ma'am, I would like to jump into the questions. First, my question is, what inspired you to take up this unprecedented initiative? Something which is really haven't taken up by any individual in this country.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction, first of all, and a very important question now. So in 2016, we started Even Cargo with the vision to create and build an ecosystem with an equal access to livelihood opportunities for women in logistics sector. So we started with threefold objective. The very first one is to increase the women workforce participation rate in India. Um, in 2016, we were somewhere 35% and we dropped down to 21% then. And today we are standing at 18%. So there is a decline in the women workforce participation rate. And if you see that trend and decline of the participation rate, you see the women from the marginalized community are falling off from the workforce. So there was a clear need to bring these women back into the ecosystem, specifically the women from the marginalized communities. Secondly, we wanted to start something which can help women to reclaim their share of space in public spaces. And we wanted to achieve this with these two objectives while challenging and breaking the existing gender and social cultural norms. So we started this organization, working on it, working towards creating safer spaces for women when Nirbhaya rape case happened. So we did a lot of gender sensitization. We spent a lot of time taking workshops and sessions in the slum areas in Delhi and Mumbai. We realized that we need to have an action oriented approach now. We have to take an action. And then we came up with a social enterprise for profit organization that is committed towards an action, as I said, an action oriented approach where we thought that social and economic inclusion is something that goes hands in hand, and creating a livelihood opportunity, an opportunity which allows women, enable women to be on road while ensuring their safety as a shared responsibility of everyone, not just limited to the women itself, but as a shared responsibility. We came up with Even Cargo. Even means equal, and cargo means movement of the cargo, means the shipments. Yeah, so that's how we started.
So, ma'am, what kind of problems did you see the delivery girls facing throughout their working tenure? Was this certain problem that they came up to you and said that this is what I'm facing after getting employed here?
So the problem is, I would like to share here that the problem is not with the logistic. The discussion should not be around what are the challenges in the logistics industry, because there are challenges in every sector, there are challenges in every industry, and every industry leader, every organization is there to address those pain points. We came to bring women into non-traditional role. So the challenge was how women will be brought back to the ecosystem of workforce and into the non-traditional job. So the very first challenge was to bring women back, to bring women to that training and employment um, thing. So we started with identifying the women from the marginalized community. We started doing awareness sessions. We started conducting job melas, direct door to door mobilization, creating awareness about um, this kind of a job opportunity and role. Then we started on job trainings. We also provide free of cost two-wheeler training to our women, safety of self training, logistics specific training, and then the last one is employability skills training. So through these four modules of training, which is no cost training for the women coming from low income communities, or any women who wants to join even cargo, who wants to take up this role. We help them get their license, we help them finance, get their scooters finance, we help them get their citizenship documents. We also help them get their driving license, scooters, as I mentioned. And definitely, yes, the employment part is being taken care by even cargo. So, all the challenges, as I said again, I'm re emphasizing on the part that ecosystem. So, we are just working towards that ecosystem that enables them to get back into the workforce. So, these four modules of training address those challenges which a woman face, from upskilling them to providing them with hands-on training, getting them out of their comfort zone, taking off the fears of how does it feel to be on ground. Then the challenges related to asset ownership, navigating through the finance and the credit system. We help them with that.
So, how do you go about tackling this issue of the safety of your employees, as women's safety is still a pressing issue, especially in places like Delhi? So, how do you go about tackling this issue?
Right. So the safety of the women is not an absolute responsibility of a woman itself herself. It's a shared
Sure.
responsibility of everyone. So we said that women needs to be out, women needs to have the mobility, and we will take care um, of the safety of the women. And we do it at different level. As I said, the shared responsibility. So we share the responsibility, give the ownership of their safety to everyone. First, at the individual level, is women being trained on the safety of self module. The very first module is telling them how to access, how to navigate the public spaces, what are the hotline, helpline numbers they can use. Then the taekwondo training, the self-defense training is there. So that is the providing them with the safety kit, with the pepper spray, safety pin, other of the few essential things that are required to be while they are on field. That is at the first level that we do, individual level. Second is we identify the safety pin codes. We go through the national records, crime records, and we identify the safe space zone. We work closely with the police system. We work closely with the corporates, the e-commerce giants we are working with. We get their data, and with their help, we identify the safe green pin codes where the women will deliver. We work only in the day shift, right? So we work like this. And at the third level, at the corporate level, is we have provided them with an application that help them to get an SOS button.
I think ma'am has got disconnected with us. Please just wait for some time. She'll join us back.
Sorry for dropping off for a few seconds, technical glitch. So
Sure,
yes, I
sure.
was sharing that the application. So we have installed them an application which has two numbers, an SOS, two SOS number. One is at the organizational level, and second at their personal number, which they can provide and add on to their. So that is one of the other things. The other thing is whenever they call the customer, an automated computer automated number will be provided, will be generated.
So as I said, she got disconnected due to some technical glitches. But as she was elaborating upon the safety of women through apps and pin codes, it's very important. And I would obviously take up भावना जी का जो क्वेश्चन आया, भावना मैम का क्वेश्चन आया है कि चुनौतियों का तो कसकर जवाब दे रही हैं क्षेत्र हर क्षेत्र में नारी, पर कब हमारे समाज में दिलों से जाएगी वो करे तो पुरुषार्थ मैं करूँ तो लांछन. हाँ, yes ma'am, so he got disconnected.
I'm
Yeah,
so sorry for the technical glitches that's happening. I apologize for it to the audience. It might be a recurring thing. I do not know. But yes, so the application thing. So we take care at the technical level as well. So these are the ways through which we are trying to address this issue of the safety.
So the next question that has come up is from Bhavna Milan Arora. I think ma'am is again being disconnected due to some technical glitches. But surely this is an example of how women have been and will be breaking stereotypes all our lives. And again, as Divyansh Gidiyal sir has been asking us, that would you think about providing the delivery women with martial arts training in future as a form of self-defense? Surely. But in the midst of this, it's also not a very fair thing to presuppose. Because when a man has to go and get employed, none of these prerequisites are required, none of these restricted hours are required. But a woman has to conform to all of this. A woman has to ensure that she comes back home by a due period of time. This is certainly an unfair situation in society. But again, stereotype breakers like Karina Bhasin ma'am have surely given us a new pathway to look out for. I would also like to tell you more about Karina Bhasin ma'am. She has been throughout the years, from her college years, been a part of advocating women's rights and the betterment of them. And throughout the course, with Even Cargo being a pioneering institution and the first of its kind in India, we need to be, as an audience, look out for supporting these organizations through getting employed and to spread the word around to those women who are constrained by numerous shackles. We have to break all of these shackles and get forth towards enabling women to be where they actually deserve. We'll just wait for ma'am to come back. And also, there are other questions that we may have to ask. Please put your questions right here, and we would be asking them consequently after when she reconnects. नीलम विजय पटवाल मैम has been writing उन लोगों की मानसिकता को कैसे चेंज करें जो सोचते हैं कि फीमेल सिर्फ घर का काम करने के लिए है। उन लोगों की मानसिकता बस ऐसे ही बदल सकती है उनको दिखाकर। बोलने में ज्यादा कष्ट नहीं होता, लेकिन जो मेहनत कर कर ऊंचाई तक पहुंचकर लोगों को दिखाए कि वो किस वर्थ का है, वो कितना अच्छा काम कर सकता है, और ये मानसिकता को तोड़ना, इन रोड़ियों को तोड़ना हमारा दायित्व है, उन औरतों का दायित्व है जो ऐसे प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं। और हमारा दायित्व ये है कि हम हमारे कर्मों द्वारा लोगों को ये बताएं कि हमारी इस पूरे समाज में क्या पद्धति है। ये बहुत ही ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है कि एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, as people of this country which have seen a lot of discrimination against women, we stand up, and Karina Bhasin ma'am is a very standing example of that. She must have encountered situations wherein she would have felt that women are not of that stature in the society for what they are actually worth of. And she proved it by being the founding member of an organization that upholds employment of women. Today, only 6% of the formal workforce contains women. And that is a very astounding number. And we need to be a part of this initiative to be able to go forth and enable women, not just us, but also empower others, just like Karina Bhasin ma'am is doing, and make sure that they work towards in the right direction as well. Some user has written, it's 2021, women are getting empowered day by day, but still they are not getting similar pay that of man. So that is also a pressing issue. I think ma'am has rejoined us.
Thank you. I'm so sorry to the viewers and everyone. I'm just being lost again.
Yes, ma'am. So I'd like to ask you a question that Bhavna Milan Rora ma'am has asked us, कि चुनौतियों का तो कसकर जवाब दे रही हैं हर क्षेत्र में नारी, पर कब हमारे समाज में ये दिलों से जाएगी, वो करे तो पुरुषत्व और मैं करूँ तो लांछन। तो आपकी इसमें प्रतिक्रिया क्या होगी इस कथन पर? So again, I'll go forth with this question that says it's 2021, women are getting empowered day by day, but still they are not getting similar pay that of man. Again, this is a reality, astounding reality that is there. And we would wait for ma'am to come back.
Yeah. Charu, can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, sure, I'll do so. So, Bhavna Milan Arora ma'am has mentioned that चुनौतियां को तो कसकर जवाब दे रही हर क्षेत्र में नारी, पर कब हमारे समाज में दिलों से जाएगी, वो करे तो पुरुषत्व और मैं करूँ तो लांछन।
वेरी नाइस भावना, आपने बहुत ही पोएटिक कर दिया है। वो करे तो पुरुषत्व, मैं करूँ तो लांछन। ऐसे ही अगर माँ प्यार करे तो वो
Okay, we'll wait for her to come back. But meanwhile, Suhani Gupta ma'am has been writing, we know it's not about proving ourselves to anyone, but it's about being the one capable of everything. And she's asked Karina Bhasin ma'am, how does it feel to being a stereotype breaker? Surely she's somebody who's not just employing people, but she's empowering people, making people fend for themselves, to be able to be financially independent. A lot of women in our country are facing domestic violence and abuse and other assaults in the name that their husbands and counterparts are getting them money and food to eat. Yes, ma'am, you're back again. So yeah,
Right.
please continue with your answer.
तो मैं भावना के प्रश्न का जवाब दे रही थी। बहुत ही खूबसूरती से ही शी हैज मेड इट लाइक पोएटिक। बट ऐसे ही अगर स्त्री प्यार करती है तो वो ममता पर आ जाता है, उसको ममता कह दिया जाता है। और अगर पुरुष अपने बच्चों से प्यार करता है तो उसका कोई नाम नहीं है। तो देयर इज नथिंग लाइक मैस्कुलिन इन इट। एवरी जॉब इज जस्ट अ जॉब, जॉब हैज नो जेंडर।
बार बार कनेक्शन के वजह से उनसे हमारा संपर्क टूटे जा रहा है, बट till then we'll just go with the other questions that we've had. And Ishan Malra sir has written, true, by setting an example, anyone can prove their worth and pave a foundation for future generation. So surely, many of us wouldn't have known about this venture, but this just shows a very bright light at the end of the tunnel. It gives us that push and that jerk to go ahead and be somebody and follow the footsteps of Miss Karina Bhasin. Riya Singh Verma ma'am has been writing.
Right. So I was just sharing that before Charu, you come across with the second question. I was just sharing that gender has nothing to do with like job has nothing to do with gender. And a job is a job, so there is no masculinity to it, there is no femininity to it. It just has to be done. You need to be trained, you need to be skilled, and that's what even Cargo is doing.
So Suhani Gupta ma'am has a question for you. We know it's not about proving ourselves to anyone, but it's about being the ones capable.
हाय एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा टेक्निकल ग्लिच हो रहा है और करीना भसीन जी हमें ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रही हैं, जिसकी वजह से आज का सेशन हमें यहीं पे वाइंड अप करना होगा। थैंक यू सो मच चारू, और थैंक यू सो मच व्यूवर्स ऑल्सो। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सभी का जुड़ने के लिए हमारे आज के सेशन में। बिकॉज ऑफ टेक्निकल ग्लिच वी आर नॉट बीइंग एबल टू make this session forward. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.